Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Well, happy Friday, unless, of course, you're invested in the market. Let's talk about that. So, this morning before the open, the PCE, which is the Fed's, course PCE specifically, which is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, came out not terribly disparate from where expectations were, and the market kind of was a little bit fickle, went back and forth and back and forth, and towards the end of the day, there was a big sell imbalance on the market. I want to say it was around $6 billion, and that just forced the market lower, and it forced September to live up to its reputation as being the worst month for stocks. And we ended up below the most recent support level on the chart in the past 6 months, if you look here, in the past 1 year, if you look here. And so now the question is, where do we go next? Well, look, from a fundamental standpoint, that's hard to tell. With all the interest rate hikes that we've been seeing, I think people are just really starting to throw up their hands to the possibility of recession. Now, that said, the PE ratio for the S&P 500 is about 18, which is not really that drastically historically low. In fact, it's maybe even a tiny bit historically high if we go back some ways. From a technical standpoint, we have to go back a little bit farther to find any support levels. And if we look at the 3-year time span, weekly candles, we see that we are at the 200-week moving average. So that ends up being a little bit of a support level for us. And we go back and we've got a little bit of support here at about 350. That's going to be a key psychological point for sure. And after that, we're going back to pre-pandemic levels to search for any more support. So that being said, we are still likely in for a pretty wild ride. Hopefully we have some opportunities for volatility heading also to the upside to give sell opportunities for those who are nervous and looking to get out. And when we have volatility to the downside, sooner or later, the market is going to be technical and fundamental buy. So from an investment standpoint, we wait and we see. From a trading standpoint, there's still plenty of opportunities, some completely unrelated to the market. And if you haven't attended my webinar on time spreads, we are going to have one final encore of it, and that is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. So please register for that by going to this link that's about to pop up right now. This is Dan Passarelli. Have a great weekend. Trade smart.